Since the November riots that claimed the lives of over 50 people, there have been major concerns about the possibility of violence on the days leading to, during, and immediately after the election slated for 14th January. Today, the Inspector General of Police, the Deputy Commander of Land Forces, the Commissioner General of Prisons, and the Ministers of Defense and Internal Affairs addressed the country on the status of security and what plans they have to secure the election. The Inspector General of Police, Martin Okoth Ochola, said that under the Interagency Security Master Plan, they will not allow any form of violence funded by politicians and their supporters.
I would like to assure the whole country that whoever foments trouble will regret why his or her mother gave birth to him or her.
Ochola highlighted that there have been information that some presidential candidates are already doubting the outcome of the election.
We have a multi-layered security response of patrol groups on foot, motorcycles, and patrol vehicles. We have practiced active drills on several scenarios, including violent riots, radical youth groups, cyber harassment, clashes between rival groups, and so on.
The police chief also warned that there is enough space in Uganda's prisons to keep those who will be arrested for causing chaos.
We shall harvest them and act firmly.
We have space I would say of about 30,000. In other words, we are occupying 200%.
Although some politicians have been telling their supporters to stay at the polling stations to guard their vote, Deputy Police Chief Major General Paul Lokecha said that will not be entertained.
And this we want to put it very, very clear to everybody. You need to vote and go home. Of course, they have guidelines about the agents, the few agents which are supposed to be there to represent their parties. But any act of hooliganism within the polling stations will always not be acceptable.
When asked about apologizing to journalists for the brutality against them in the previous operations, this was Ochola's response.
Actually, it is the contrary. It is the media targeting security. The media would like to portray security as being brutal, as being against the government itself. I think this is very unfortunate and we must put it clear. I'm very sorry, excuse me, we shall not apologize.
The IGP further asserted that journalists will be beaten if they cross the line.
We are telling you there's a danger there. For you insisting you must go where there's a danger. Yes, we shall beat you for your own sake.
Other officers weighed in on the issue of the media.
Presidential candidate sitting on top of a vehicle, and none, even my friend Sudhir, cannot even criticize this and say this is wrong. Supposing you fall out and you die, whom are you going to blame? I have never seen any of the media houses coming out to criticize the traffic offenses being created by some of these defiant presidential candidates.
So when you are covering someone with procession, someone who is outside of his car roof, which are against the law, but you are there covering, then the police comes to disperse the crowd and they fire tear gas. How will tear gas say this one is a media man, this one is, how will it?
The police have said they will not apologize to the journalists for the brutality meted against them in the past operations. Now, time will tell on how security is going to treat the journalists when they are carrying out operations during and after elections. But the public, especially the voters, have also been warned against staying around the polling stations after voting. And this comes on the heels of another warning from the Electoral Commission Chairperson Justice Byaruhanga on Wednesday. When he was addressing media, he said in the event there is chaos at polling stations, the voting will be cancelled, and that means all the candidates will lose the votes from that specific polling station. Sudhir Byaruhanga, NTV at police headquarters in Nakuru.